all that I will hold in order to do business with you. They break open your house one time, they rape your mother, they rape your father, they rape your brother, they rape your sister, they rape your auntie, they rape your auntie, they rob you of all your jewels, they take your car if you have a license firearm, they take your firearm and they go on with that. And those that are supposed to vote for this bill, for the next year, you all are pleased and it's okay with that. Smoking. You cannot come and tell Saieed, well, hear this now. Saieed, mass mandatory, here we go. It come to an end. And then you come and tell me, here we go on Saieed. If you go to the supermarket, the grocery, or the malls, you have to wear your mask. Saieed, if you go to a pharmacy, you have to wear your mask. Saieed, if you're traveling, you have to wear your mask. If you're in the transportation hub, you have to wear your mask. If you're going to church side, you have to wear your mask. If you're in the school side, you're wearing your mask. If you go to a barber salon, you go to the theater, you're wearing your mask. Which dum-dum in Trinidad and Tobago will go in a theater and buy a popcorn and a juice and sit down and wear a mask? Thanks! If every councillor go through their constituency, do video clips like this and send it for us, I'm gonna be so happy just to play it on our program on a Wednesday night. You know why I would be happy? I will be filled with joy in my heart. You know why? Because the councillor is getting off their butts and they are actually going and doing some live video shoots. Real Talk took the initiative to find out suppliers of wheat in the world that National Flour Mill could go to. So now Romano is saying the company is not going to raise any price in the near future. Why? Why? Is it because the S-boss and they realize now that, hey, it is in the public domain that we could go right Mexico and buy flour and wheat? We could go right China and buy wheat? I am about change. And thus far, Real Talk is very effective in Trinidad and Tobago, coming towards making changes for the citizens. Public Utility Minister Marvin Gonzalez have urged the population to appreciate and be grateful for the availability of the utilities. This, as Gonzalez recalled, time in his life when he had to fetch water using a bucket from a nearby river. Gonzalez, I want you to understand something. I want you, Mr. Gonzalez, to understand something. You are being paid thousands of dollars by public utility, by the finance ministry, to govern WASA. Come on. To govern WASA, I want you to understand that you ain't going in no office for no free code. You are being paid. Do not tell me that I, Saieed, have to be grateful for the water I get it. Let me tell you something, Gonzalez. Every 4 months, I have to pay $400 and I get water once a bloody month. So don't come on a media briefing and say, Saieed, you have to be contented. You have to be happy. Marvin, the next best thing for you to do is to resign and get the hell out of here. and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saeed. I do want to thank you for joining us tonight, Thursday, the 23rd of March, 2023. Remember, viewers, it's Bacchanal Thursday right here on Real Talk with Saieed Ali. So what I want you to do tonight, or now, call your friends, call your family, let them know that Real Talk with Saieed Ali is going live on Synergy Television. Remember, we are also on Facebook, Real Talk with Saieed Ali. We are also on YouTube. It's TT Real Talk, viewers. Remember, share our live stream. It is the only way that others will know about Real Talk with Saieed Ali when they are on the social media platform. On Facebook, it's Real Talk with Saieed Ali, and on YouTube, it's TT Real Talk. Subscribe, hit the bell, and you will know when we go live. So, viewers, thank you for doing that. Remember, we are still the #1 current affairs program in Trinidad and Tobago, dealing with the issues that is at hand. Remember, those of you who are looking for a higher reward on your hard-earned cash, you have your money sitting there at a financial institution and you are not getting the reward that you expected. You're not. Here at Real Talk, we are giving you 4%. Remember, Real Talk Credit Union information is up and running. You want to be a member, it's not a problem. We can accommodate you. Numbers will be on screen shortly, viewers. Remember, we even open accounts for your kids. In other financial institutions, they are not allowing you to do that. So, viewers, remember, it is good to start saving for your kids at a very young age. So this is our numbers on screen. You can contact our central office or our south office for information on our credit union that is existing in Trinidad and Tobago. It's Real Talk Credit Union information. So viewers, call the number, set up an appointment, find out whatever you need to come and set up an account with your kid at Real Talk Credit Union, and you will get there, start saving for them. Remember, they are the light of tomorrow. Remember that, viewers. So those of you who are looking for cash also, viewers, I'm a licensed money lender. Remember that. So as we start up our program tonight, viewers, Prime Minister Dr. Saieed Ali have stated that it could be further from the truth that he is trying to get rid of the DPP. Speaking at a post-cabinet news conference, Dr. Rowley said, there is no action of the government, no intention of the government to interfere with the DPP's work in his office. So remember, viewers, that is the words of the Prime Minister. We'll just have to wait and see what is taking place. I believe they spent a lot of money in refurbishing and hiring lawyers and things like that. So we just have to wait and see what will take place concerning that DPP office, the refurbishment, the amount of money spent, the hiring of lawyers for positions. It's a lot of things. It is a lot of things. Now, to the President. In her first inaugural address as a 7th President of Trinidad and Tobago, Mrs. Christine Kangaloo is now assuring that as President, she will fight to the end to make the office work better for all of TNT. Listen to this.
Rest assured that I am not in the least bit naive about the struggles that the office will face in attempting to accomplish these goals. In pursuing them, the office will be coming up against entrenched systems and ways of doing things. But if there is one thing of which you can be sure, it is that as your president, I will fight to the end to make the office work better for all of us.
Words of encouragement. So Trinidad and Tobago citizens can depend on the office of the president to work for them. Now, we have been hearing words of comfort. We have been hearing promising words. We have been hearing promise made by those in high places, but very, very few materialize. Even the last president said she did not have enough time. We hardly heard about you in the public domain, but yet you never had time. A time to accomplish what? To accomplish what? So this president, Christine Kangaloo, is telling us that she will fight to the end to make the office work better for all of TNT. So this is something now, viewers, this is something after making promises to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, this is something that we will sit by and watch. And I hope to God that she don't end up like the last president. You have your office and we're not hearing you, or we're not seeing you, or we don't know if you're alive, or we don't know if you're in Trinidad. I hope that doesn't happen with this president. Hopefully it don't. Now this, as Her Excellency outlined plans to expose the role of the president and the modernizing of protocols of the office of president to become more accessible and less isolated from the public. Listen to this.
Looking ahead to the 7th presidency of Trinidad and Tobago, some of the things I hope to see are a demystification of the role of the president, advocacy for the adoption in our communities of year-round youth delinquency prevention programs like the Panyard model, protocols attending the office that are refined and modernized to better reflect our culture and our history, a president who by virtue of these reformed protocols becomes more and more accessible to and less isolated from the public, an office that becomes a cradle of intellectual, cultural, and artistic exploration among the youth, an office that is modernized inside and out, and an office that records and preserves our presidential history and the customs and conventions of the office.
Now, viewers, Mrs. Kangaloo also acknowledged that there are some who were against her appointment and stated that she pledged to work with and respect all citizens, especially those who might not yet wish to work with her.
I assure all who have not yet signed on to the idea of my presidency that in the words of Melanie Hudson, so movingly brought to life this morning, I will always be there for you, no matter what you do, whatever joy or pain that you are going through. For what all of us have to realize, as Ms. Hudson reminds us, is that whatever grief and sadness we bring into each other's households, in the end, we are all and we are still this country's daughters and sons. And so, I pledge to work with and to respect all citizens, even and especially those who might not yet wish to work with me, to achieve the goals that I have shared with the country today.
Now, viewers, she ended by thanking her husband for 24 years and her other families and friends who have supported her throughout her life and career. So, like I said, we don't go against. We welcome the president of Trinidad and Tobago, the 7th president, Ms. Christine Kangaloo. We're going to see what she has in store for Trinidad and Tobago. We want to hear plans. We want to see protocols. We want to see this president more active in society and not isolated, because she said she will make the office more accessible and not isolated. I hope she was referring to the last one, because we didn't hear, see, or even know if we had a president. Imagine that. We didn't even know that. So, viewers, we are going for a short commercial break. But when we come back from that break, Hindu calls UNC unpatriotic after inauguration, no show. We're going to fit C after this break.
Realtor Credit Union information stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Realtor Group of Companies building at number 14 Crony Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also stay connected with us via Facebook.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtor Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtor Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Crony Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday.
Welcome back to Real Talk viewers. Remember, it's 4% on our fixed deposit you get in. So if you have 100,000 at Real Talk Credit Union on our fixed deposit, you're going to get 4% interest per year. 4% interest per year on a 5-year contract, you're going to get $20,000. 5 4 is 20. $20,000 on $100,000. Imagine that. Where are you getting that in Trinidad and Tobago? Nowhere. Nowhere. So you contact your financial institution, your commercial banks, your credit union, whatever or wherever you have your money, and ask them what rate are they paying you. Remember, times are getting harder, and every individual in Trinidad and Tobago is looking for an extra income. Am I right or am I wrong? You be the judge. So as we move on with our program tonight, Minister of National Security Fitzgerald Hines has described the opposition, United National Congress, which is the UNC, as unpatriotic over his failure to attend the inauguration of Christine Kangaloo as President of Trinidad and Tobago yesterday. In a post to his Facebook page this morning, Minister Hines, UNC, classless, destructive, unpatriotic, and absent. Posting to the inauguration ceremony, Hines observed that the UNC has maintained that they did not boycott the event, asserting that members of the opposition were free to attend. All members of the opposition were invited to the ceremony. So now, viewers, if they choose not to attend, we cannot do nothing. Fitzy can't do anything. They just can't. And to call them unpatriotic and unclass, destructive, you step out of your bound. You step out of your bound. I would say that. Because keep in mind, that is the same guy who said, put him up. That is the same man who said, it is not my job to keep the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago safe. That very same man. So what are you going to do? You tell Trinidad, that is not your job to keep them safe, but you are the Minister of National Security. Well, then what actually is your job, Mr. Hines? What is your job? Your job, part of your portfolio, is to press down on TTPS. Starting from the commissioner, come right out to our 40-hour SRP. You know why? You know why? Because the country is looking at you as the Minister of National Security for safety. They are looking at you. I am looking at you as the head of the security for Trinidad. And if you are delinquent at the top, you don't expect police officers to follow you. Because if you're representing security, it is obvious that you have a vital role to play in the safety of the citizens of our country. And I want you to remember that. Now I'm going to tell you something. Trinidad and Tobago, let's look at Saieed as an individual who stands for our citizen. They will look at Saieed as a Muslim. Anything I do will cause a great impact on the Muslim community in Trinidad and Tobago. Because why? Saieed is a Muslim. And being a public figure, being a businessman, if I get caught up in some sort of racket or something, first thing they will say, well, watch, he's a Muslim. And oh, look at the public figure. And oh, look at how we talking. Oh, and on top of that, now he doing spirit work. What kind of leader he is? That is the first thing they're going to label me as. That is the first thing they're going to label me as. So here's the reason why I just have to keep a character so clean in the public domain that when they hear pass a fine-teeth comb through it, you mustn't find anything. You mustn't find anything. But Fitzgerald Hines, on the other side, is telling us that is not his job. So what is his job? What is his job really? But you're condemning the opposition for not being there. The most important thing, Fitzgerald Hines, is that you were there. You were there. Hey, let me tell you something. Sometimes I just love to listen to this man. I just love to listen to this man. And it has let me know that, wow, even though you are in a minister level, you will still talk nonsense. You will still talk nonsense to our people that you want these people to believe you because of the fact that you are in leadership, because of the fact that you hold the title as an MP or as a minister, and everything you say will go because the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago cannot reach your level. How sad. But I want to tell you something. I want to tell you something, Fitzgerald Hines. If it were not for the people, you would not be holding that position. I want you to understand that. And I want the people to understand that also. Moving along. The Regulated Industries Commission, RIC, has written to the National Security Minister concerning the incident and interruption at their public consultation, and is also requesting police protection for further events. The Commission has been hosting public consultation on the proposed electricity and water rate hike. All I hear that? Nothing what I was telling them. The candle lighting, we seeing things happening. Let me read that for you one more time. The Commission has been hosting public consultation on the proposed electricity and water rate hike, but some of them have been disrupted by political activities and supporters of the United National Congress. So I want these RIC people to understand something. Let the video on. I want these people to understand something. When water go up and electricity goes up, I wonder if these people will be exempted. I wonder if the RIC people will be exempted. I wonder if people that works in TNTech as a supervisor and as a manager, I wonder if they will be exempted from paying the increase. Would they? But they don't realize that when this new increase hits Trinidad and Tobago, it will affect everything in the grocery that are in the frozen department or in the fridge department or in the freezer department. And that is what they're not understanding. Remember I was telling earlier, well, hey, hold on, you're going to see WASA following. Consultation on the proposed electricity and water rate hikes. I didn't believe me? Well, tonight I'll hear it. Tonight I'll hear it. Minister of Public Utility Marvin Gonzalez stated that because of the latest conduct, supporters of the UNC, the RIC official have written to Minister of National Security Fitzgerald Hines to facilitate an investigation into disruption at the RIC recent public consultation. Marvin, you ain't easy, you know. It has so much of investigation that you could write to the Minister of National Security to investigate. Hey, what about this plan in Tobago? How come nobody ain't write the minister to investigate that? Marvin? You want to launch an investigation into the recent disruption at the RIC public consultation? Marvin, you for real? So much of important thing to write to the minister to start an investigation. You want to go and waste taxpayers' dollar now into a consultation? Come on, Marvin. Gonzalez stated that the RIC is an independent body and the UNC is always known for trying to carry misinformation. The minister said his only concern is the security issue that have been raised because the staff felt that their personal security was compromised at the sitting or the hearing in Shogunas. So Marvin, these individuals and them, the RIC individuals, are they not threatened by illegal gun-toting bandits in Trinidad and Tobago? Are they not threatened in their neighborhood that probably have guns, drugs, prostitution in their community? I wonder if they are not threatened by that, Marvin. Are they not threatened that when they're driving their car on the beatum and there's a roadblock that their car could be taken away from them, they could be robbed? Are they not concerned about that, Marvin? Are they not concerned that in the community they are living in, there's robbers, there's rapists, there's drugs, there's illegal firearms, there's prostitution? Are they not concerned, Marvin? I just wait for all you, you know. I just wait for all and all a foolish statement. That is what I just wait for. Now, RIC is also preparing to hire a private security firm for the remaining consultation. During the last RIC meeting at the Centerpoint Mall Shogunas, RIC Chairman Don Calendar had to be escorted off stage by police officers after UNC MPs and supporters disrupted the meeting. Marvin, I'm going to tell you something. You see, paying an increased electricity and water rate, it's not hampering you. It's not hampering you, Marvin. Switch my back. It's not hampering you. It's hampering the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago that cannot reach it. Electricity going up. I told you what, hey, WASA is going to raise it soon. No, WASA is going to raise it. Doodly 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 doo doo doo. Now how long we hear that bird whistle? I told you all that about 2 weeks back. Brace yourself. Wasa is going to raise it. Boom, shut today. All I get in the news. Let me tell you something. We just bring news to you like no other news here now. Like no other news here now. So if you want to interact with us, 2386716 is the number to call in, viewers. Well, I feel this joke I'm making. If manufacturers pass down and increase price to grocery pass down and increase price to customers, who's going to feel it? The customer. You think Marvin going to feel it? No, Marvin not going to feel it. You know who's also going to feel it? The RIC workers and the WASA workers and the security officers that they want to hire and the police officers. All of them, they are going to feel it. They are going to feel it. Only remember the time the Prime Minister say, oh, I just pay all your bill. Who paying who bill? If I don't pay this electricity bill, you think the Prime Minister coming to pay? No. If you don't pay your WASA bill, you think the Prime Minister coming to pay it? No, don't get tied up. You'll be left without water and in the dark. So we're going for a short commercial break. But when we come back, we're going to Saddam Hussein in the Sawa Bartara area to hear what he has to say after this break.
Real Talk Credit Union information stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Real Talk Group of Companies building at number 14 Grooney Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also stay connected with us via Facebook.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Real Talk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Real Talk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday.
Welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. MP for Sawa Bartara, Saddam Hussein, has claimed that the Regulated Industry Commission, RIC, is pushing for increase in electricity rate so it can get more money for itself. Hussein stated that under Section 30 of the RIC Act, the RIC is funded by a tariff imposed on service provider, including T and Tech. He said, under the RIC Act, it is stated that the RIC does not work for utility companies, and the commission gets money from a cess, which is a imposition of a financial tariff on service providers. Listen to this.
This morning I just want to focus on one bit of the independence of the RIC, and I'm not speaking from anything other than the Act, the RIC Act. That is an act of Parliament. And within this law, the RIC, and I took some notes from the last meeting, the Commission, and I believe the Chairman would have said that the RIC guards its independence jealously. They don't work for any service providers. So the RIC gets its money from the cess. What is the cess? This is it's basically an imposition of a financial tariff from the RIC on service providers. What does that mean? The service providers such as TNTech, WASA collects monies based on the rates they charge, and then the RIC basically tax those service providers on that revenue so that they have money to run.
That will clarify why the RIC is pushing for an increased Trinidad and Tobago. That will clarify it. Now, why don't the RIC hold consultation with government in government offices that is owing TNTech? Why don't they do that? Because the government office is not going to feel the increase on the price in the grocery. Look at where I'm coming from. Why don't the RIC go after the government offices or the government institution that owes TNTech? Oh, the RIC cannot go after them because managers and supervisors might get a letter to go home from some minister. From some minister. Oh, you are John Doe, you are hereby dismissed with immediate effect. Ooh, they're afraid that. But all they want to come and keep all your meeting to bully citizens. Let me try to Tobago, in about 2 months, I paid an extra $2,500 on an increased price. And I add nothing new to my building. Nothing. It has been like this for the last 4 years. 4 years. And the last bill I paid about $2,500 more. So what is the RIC talking about? Huh? Call it good night. Hello? You still can't get the click. Mr. Hussein added that the act says the minister approved the cess which comes out of the gross earning or the gross earning of the service provider. The RIC does not work for service providers, but they also collect money from service providers. Listen to this again.
But who approves this payment to the RIC? Who approves this cess payment? It is the minister. The minister approves it. And how do they get the money? It's based on the gross earnings of the service provider. So whether TNTech make a profit, whether WASA make a profit, that is no problem for the RIC. They are taking money out of the gross earnings of the service provider. So the RIC is now telling us that they don't work for any service providers. They don't, but they're collecting monies from the service providers. So if TNTech increases the rates, it means that TNTech will earn more money. Directly, what does that mean is that TNTech will now have to pay the RIC more money. So in effect, are these consultations really being conducted independently? Because there are financial factors that are in place here through the Act of Parliament that the RIC has now paid to TNTech for the last 3 years, $30.3 million.
So now, Trinidad and Tobago, I want to let you all know this. I am not talking political talk here, I am not addressing anything political here, What I am addressing is an increase in WASA and TNTech you, the citizens, will have to face. That is what I am addressing. So listen to this. According to Saddam, RIC works for who? Nobody. Good. He said in 2020, TNTech paid the RIC $9.6 million. In 2021, RIC got $12 million. And in 2022, $8.6 million for a total of $30.3 million. Now, big question. If TNTech makes more money through the rising of rates, the RIC will get what? More money. Other utilities which pay a cess to RIC are WASA, PowerGen, and Trinity Power. Hussein noted that the RIC should not be engaging in a rare increase at this time when persons are suffering financially. So who is RIC after? They want to bully you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, to pay more money. So they will get more money in return. Do they care about you? Do they care about the pensioners that not works, but got a flat $3,000, $2,500 a month? Do they care about them? No. Do they care about the neighbor who's a pensioner that spends $1,500 on medication and then buy grocery and then pay an increased electricity and water rate to come? I wonder if these RIC members are being exempted. Who are they voting? Who are they vouching for? You, the citizen, or are they working for their company? Caller, good night.
Good night.
Go right ahead, you're live.
Good night, Mr. Saeed. Mr. Saeed, them fellas working for TNTech, boy. And them fellas getting a cut from TNTech. Right? Just like how the minister is getting things from poor people and they talk about pension. Watch me. How the government, them Rowley, I'm gonna resign, them get big money, them have big house, big land, house money, and the poor man who gets $5,500, he has to show all kind of this and that for the money.
Correct.
You tell me this right to the people, But what then? The WhatsApp bill, down there, hitting the TNTech bill. You get a meter home, meter reading home here. You just know what price is hitting you, you know.
Correct.
Right? They tell all kind of price in the meter here.
Thank you. Yes.
And them fellas and them getting big money because they're working for TNTech. Them are working for people, you know. They're working for TNTech, they're working for themselves. You want to know over there, your company, and you have people working for you. Them seeking your interest, them seeking TNTech interest to get money.
Yeah, but we ain't taking out nobody eye.
You see all that.
Thank you, my friend. Now, viewers, meanwhile, Public Utility Minister Marvin Gonzalez stated that while the information presented by UNC was partially factual, there were several factors which were not presented. He added that the proportion contribution or contributed by each service provider was based on its individual revenue compared to the gross cumulative revenue of the particular year. So Gonzalez admitting so when the RIC pushes for an increase in WASA will pay RIC more money. When RIC pushes for an increase through TNTech is going to pay RIC more money, while you will dig deeper in your pocket until you create a hole. So who's feeling it? You or RIC? You. So whether you're PNM, whether you're UNC, it doesn't matter what party you belong to, you know. Like I said, I am not talking anything political. I am telling you about an increase is going to come through TNTech and WASA that you, the citizen, will be paying. That is what I'm addressing. Caller, good night.
Yes, Saieed Ali, yes, man. I want to say something about that, make something about that, be clear on your show there. You know that the poor people of this country, always the people to be ruled with their back against the wall. But I think now is enough, Mr. Saeed, I think now is enough. Citizens of this country go must up this country very soon. Because we cannot live comfortable with 20, 15 salaries and everything raised every single day. We cannot. We go mash up this countryside, just like this.
Thank you, my friend. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to talk about TNT flag for police killing, negligence, asylum seekers in U.S. report after this.
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtor Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtor Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Realtor Credit Union information stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Realtor Group of Companies building at number 14 Crony Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also stay connected with us via Facebook.
To Real Talk viewers, remember viewers, Real Talk is a licensed money lending company. Remember, Real Talk Credit Union is giving you 4% on fixed deposit. You can open accounts for your kids also. Take full advantage of 4%. You're not getting that nowhere in Trinidad and Tobago. You're not getting it. You're not. Whether you have a 5,000 in the bank, you have a 10,000 in the bank, you have 20,000, 100,000, 200,000. Why is it there? Getting nothing. When you could come to Real Talk Credit Union information and get something. Ask yourself that. Ask yourself that. So, the U.S. State Department 2022 Country Report on Human Rights Practice for Trinidad and Tobago is flagged. Police impurity, the treatment of asylum seekers, corruption, and trafficking of persons as areas of major concern. In its section of Trinidad and Tobago, the report found that the government took steps to identify, investigate, and prosecute officials who committed human rights abuse or corruption, but impunity persisted due to the open-minded investigation and the general slow pace of criminal judicial proceeding. The report, which was released yesterday, is divided into 7 sections, with the longest detailing with discrimination and social abuse, which assisted the law that dealt with rape, gender-based violence, child abuse, and various forms of discrimination. It also found that rape and domestic violence were serious and pervasive problems, but despite the establishment of the Victim and Witness Support Unit within the TTPS, victims still complain that officers trivialized report of abuse and rape, especially if the victim and the perpetrators are married to each other. So in other words, the U.S. State Department is saying that the police officers will laugh at the individuals and take them for granted. Imagine that, eh? The U.S. State Department did a report, and they are telling us in this that was released yesterday that the police officers will make mockery. The report also highlighted numerous shooting incidents and while both the Police Complaints Authority and the Professional Standard Bureau were acknowledged as investigating these incidents, the report noted that all remain unsolved by the criminal justice system. So out of all the investigation, the State Department is saying they are unresolved by the criminal justice system in Trinidad and Tobago. Imagine that. Imagine that. Ready? So viewers, we have about 10 minutes or 8 minutes before our program, 10 minutes before our program ends tonight. But me being a Muslim, this Ramadan time in Trinidad and Tobago, Real Talk Studios have prepared this very special song just for you, the viewers of Trinidad and Tobago, and to my Muslim brothers and sisters. We'll be right back. I'll be right back after this.
Lift me up high, you spread my wings and fly me to the sky. I feel so alive, it's like my soul thrives in your light. But how I wish you'd be here with me all year around. Ramadan, ليتك دوما قريب. Love is everywhere, so much peace fills up the air. Ramadan, month of the Quran, I feel it inside me, strengthening my iman. But how I wish you'd be here with me all year around. Ramadan, ليتك دوما قريب. I just love the way you make me feel. Every time you come around, you breathe life into my soul, and I promise that I'll try throughout the year to keep your spirit alive. In my heart it never dies. Oh, Ramadan. Ramadan, Ramadan,
So Trinidad and Tobago, we are going for a short commercial break, but we'll be right back after this. Remember, you are viewing Real Talk with Saieed Ali. We are live on Synergy Network from Monday to Friday from 7 to 8 p.m. and a rerun the next day from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Viewers, will be right back after this.
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtor Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtor Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Real Talk Credit Union information stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Real Talk Group of Companies building at number 14 Crony Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also stay connected with us via Facebook.
So Trinidad and Tobago, welcome back to Real Talk. Remember viewers, we are the #1 current affairs program in Trinidad and Tobago. I want to thank God for that and I want to thank you for that. So this is the month of Ramadan and we want to do something different. Now, there is a lot of individuals in Trinidad and Tobago who could sing. Now remember, for all occasions, in Trinidad, or religious festival, we at Real Talk with Saieed Ali, our studio, has participated in all the various religion and religious sectors coming down. So, if there is any individuals who love to sing qasidas, we are opening up our studio for the month of Ramadan for the individual who love to sing qasidas, whether you're a male or you're a female. We are inviting you to come. We are inviting you to come between 7 and 8 on our program to showcase your talent in singing. You remember around Diwali time, we did our Diwali program. Around the Easter time, we did Easter program. Christmas time, we did Christmas programs. So it is fasting time for Muslims. And I am opening up our program from 7 to 8 p.m. for individuals who love to sing qasidas. We at Real Talk with Saieed Ali, we are giving you the opportunity to come on set and sing your song. I believe now it's Lent, the Christians are fasting. It's an auspicious time for Noratam, I believe, for the Hindus in Trinidad and Tobago. They are also fasting. And it's that time now of the year, of the month, where Muslims begin their fast. So we have 3 different sectors of religion fasting almost at the same time. At the same time, you see how miracles just happen? When we thought the three religions could have never met at one time fasting, it happened this year. So we are out of time for tonight, viewers, but nevertheless, there's a rerun of this program tomorrow. I am Saieed Ali. You are viewing the #1 current affairs program in Trinidad and Tobago, and good night to you and be safe.